Hey everyone, I'm Cara Di Falco, and this week in the Cucina, we are kicking off the official start of fall with Maiale in Crosta, or encrusted pork tenderloin. This week's episode of Cara's Cucina is sponsored in part by A&G Fine Foods Deli and Catering in Warren, New Jersey. This is another recipe that came to us from Italy from when my cousin studied abroad. He brought it back with him from a cooking class that he took. Wonderful recipe, super simple, great way to feed the family. Really impressive dish with not a lot of effort. So you've got your pork tenderloin. These typically come two in a package. You're only going to use one for this, but certainly if you have a bigger crowd to feed, use both of them. A nice loaf of Italian bread, and I'm going to be using pancetta today. Now pancetta is Italian style bacon. If you want to use American bacon, that'll work all the same. And then we've got some beautiful fresh garden herbs that I still have coming in my yard. So you want to place your pork tenderloin in a shallow dish, and we're going to season this on all sides with salt, pepper, and we're going to get some olive oil in here too, and then we're going to add in those fresh herbs and garlic. I'm using a mix of basil, parsley, and rosemary today, but you can use whatever you have available. Just some fresh herbs, sage would be wonderful with this. Whatever's still left in your garden. Just pat those on there. So you just want to try to eyeball your pork loin to your loaf of bread and make sure that they're about the same length. If you've got extra on the length of the bread, you want to cut that off. And then we're just going to clamshell the bread. Now we're going to kind of scoop out some of the center of the bread because we want the pork loin to fit in here. It's going to go inside the bread nice and snug, so we don't want it to kind of get pushed out by the center of the bread. And certainly I would save all this and toast it up and make some nice breadcrumbs. Now we're going to place our pork tenderloin in the bread. We want to make sure we get all that beautiful olive oil, those fresh herbs, everything's got to get in there. This would be delicious just as it is, but we're not done yet. We're gonna now add that pancetta across the top here. If you're using American style bacon, the long strips, you wanna just wrap it all the way around. Finally, I have some fresh bay leaves, and we're just gonna kind of tuck these in here. And then we're gonna completely wrap this in foil. So both this way and long ways. This is gonna go in a 350-degree oven for 1 hour. When you pull everything out of the oven, just open up the foil, let some of the steam release, and let everything rest for about 10 minutes before slicing and serving. That is it for this week in the Cucina. If you guys like this recipe, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Buon appetito!